Hi, my name is Travis Williams. I'm owner and lead counselor for True Impact Counseling Services. We're based in Raleigh, North Carolina. And today is video two on a series that I've entitled March Madness that focuses on anger. Last week we focused on kind of like introduction to anger. We talked about different anger personality types where you may have people who are persistently angry, excuse me. You may have people who just ruminate, that is, you can't let things go. And then we have people who tend to have what we call an explosive anger type, where you are quiet and mellow for a while, and then all of a sudden something makes you mad and you just go off. You will find that you may have a little bit of each one of these, but normally we tend to fit in one category or another. Secondly, we talked about strategies for dealing with anger, and that's actually where I'm going to pick it up this week. Just a quick recap. We talked about checking yourself. We talked about anticipation. We talked about stopping the replay. We talked about how you reframe, see problems differently. And now we want to pick it up with the list. And today we want to start off with communication, or a better way to put it is the lack of communication skills. So what we tend to find is that when we suffer in our communication skills and we don't have those skills properly developed, oftentimes we are not doing a good job conveying what we would like to share with someone, which makes us frustrated. We also tend to be poor listeners, which is a communication skill. And that also can lead to frustration, annoyance, and feeling irritated, all of which lead up to anger. So it's a good idea to focus on your communications skills, especially if you're part of a couple, if you're in a leadership role in your work environment. You always want to be able to say what's on your mind and at the same time be able to pull away what other people are conveying to you, again, in a very neutral and objective way. Um, Another point that I need to make in this series when we're talking about intervention is that we want to avoid sedentary lifestyle. Sitting around all day or getting into a mode where you are inactive makes you ripe for anger. For one thing, exercise, regular exercise, has a proactive active effect on us. That is, it helps us to tolerate stress altogether. And when we are active on a regular basis, you will find that your ability to manage your anger actually gets a lot better. So, having an active lifestyle is a great strategy for managing your anger. Next strategy I want you to try is learn to invite your trouble instead of walking into it. And what I mean by that, we tend to be very reactionary when it comes to things that make us upset, that are triggers for us. And what I recommend that clients do is one, understand your triggers. And then when you understand your triggers, you invite them, you just don't walk into them. For example, if you know that your son or daughter keeps a messy room and that just does something to you every time you walk past the room, shut the door. If you find that they're not keeping up their end of the bargain in regards to their chores, be proactive about that. Be intentional. Say, hey, I need to talk to you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. I'll meet you at the kitchen table. But that's inviting the trouble, inviting that trigger that normally sets you off. So instead of you being reactive to it, walking past the door and just getting mad, yelling, doing whatever you typically do, which you're not proud of when it's all said and done, you invite that thing. It makes a world of difference in how you respond and intensity that you feel when you get angry about it. Another strategy that we'll talk about just really quickly is you want to get into a regular practice of self-care. And this is going to look different for different people. For some people, it could just be having regular exercise. For other people, it may be um, going for regular massages or manicures, pedicures, regular walks in the park, whatever is your self-care, aromatherapy, great self-care technique. Um, the next video, I do want to go into a little bit more detail about different strategies for managing anger, which are more about regular routines that we want to get into. Things like progressive muscle relaxation, deep breathing exercises, learning to identify a quiet space in your home where you can reflect, you can meditate on a regular basis. As you can tell, managing your anger is a lot more than just walking away. So until next time, God bless you, God keep you. I pray this undeserved favor cover you to the next time I see you. Take care.